I'm launching the EPSON Scan software. The software is loading up. First, I'm going to check that it's in professional mode. I'm choosing the reflective document type. It's set to photo, 24-bit color. I have it at 300 dpi. I have unsharp mask selected and set to low. I have descreening, backlight correction, and dust removal turned off. I've selected preview. It's going to show me what's on the document table. I have a black and white and a color photo. I'm use the marquee to select the first scan. I'm going to zoom in on it. It's doing a preview scan that zoomed in. In the lower left, I've got RGB values. Over on the left, I clicked the histogram tool. I'm going to check the white point and click out on what I know is the paper and see where that put it on the histogram graph. It's that little triangle. I'm going to expand that so I don't lose details in the highlights. I'm making sure that the output on the black isn't chopping off the shadows. I adjusted the midtone to the left to open up the midtones. Over in the preview, I switched back to full so I could see both images. I'm selecting the second image on the document table. Popped into the histograms, but really I need to zoom. I'm zooming in. I'm going to get zoomed in and then check where the white point is relative to what I know is the paper color. So pop back into the histogram, get the eyedropper for the white point, go and click out on what is the paper. I'm checking where the highlight is. I can see in the graph I want a little more of the information up in the highlights. You can see what happens if it chops off at the bottom on the shadows. I want to make sure that's going to capture all that information. I liked those settings. I'm going to switch back to full. Click all. That's going to get both scans at the same time when I go click the scan button. So down here it opens the dialog. You can see the options for JPEGs and TIFFs. I'm going to go ahead and set it on TIFF. I'm going to set a destination folder. I'm just using default pictures. I have a folder called Harnden. Alright, that's the target directory. I'm going to give it a prefix. This is related to our file organization structures, folders, and file names. I'm going to go ahead and set the auto numbering. Let it start at 1. Going to go ahead and look into options for the TIFF. Windows, Mac, not a big deal. I'm checking that there's no compression settings. I'm going to leave the ICC profile selected and then click OK. Click OK. Now it's starting to scan. It's going to scan both pictures in the same session. And there we go. Now my scans are in my folder. They're ready to go to the next step.